Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 1 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 2, Days and Weather. And today we have the Phonics Practice number 1 on page 28. This lesson will be presented by me, Teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Quick revision in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we did practice 4 important letters. And these letters were letter W and letter X and letter Y and letter Z. And we said that it's not only important that we do make the sound of these 4 letters, but also it is important that we can trace them. We can know how to write them, and also we can write words with these, starting with these letters. So here we have an exercise with these letters where what we need to do here, we need to fill in these blanks with the missing letters, one of these 4 important letters. And after we do this, then we need to read the words again and we say them together. So now let's start with the first word. Here we have the first word. What we're going to do now is that we're going to listen to the word, and after we listen, we're going to choose what is the letter that we should start this word with. Is it W or X or Y or Z? So now let's try to practice again and listen for the first word and then choose the letter. So here we have number 1. Let's listen to the word. The word with number 1 is wolf. Wolf. So number 1 is wolf. So the word wolf, what do you think we should start the word wolf with? Should we start it with W, X, Y, or Z? We said that we should write the first letter of this word is letter W, wolf. Now let's listen for the second word. So here we have the second word, missing not the first letter but the last letter of this word. Now let's listen to this word and decide what is the letter that we should write here. So number 2, the word is fox. Fox. Number 2 is fox. So the word fox. What should we write the word fox with? Should we write it with letter X or Y or Z? Here we should write it with letter X. Fox, which is the second letter we did practice in last 2 lessons. Now let us move on to the third one and listen to this word so we can know what we should fill it in with. Is it with letter Y or letter Z? So let's listen to number 3. Number 3, the word is yard. Yard. Number 3 is yard. So the word yard, what should we fill in the word yard with? Is it with letter Y or Z? Of course, we should fill it in with letter Y. Yard. Now let us move on for the last word. The last word we have here is zebra. Zebra. Number 4 is zebra. And here we should write letter Z in this word. So here you go. These are the first or the 4 words that we learned along with these letters. We said that we did practice on letter W and we learned the word wolf. We did practice the letter X and we learned the word fox. And also we did practice with letter Y and we learned the word yard. and finally the letter Z, and we learned the word zebra. And after this, we had an interesting exercise where we did learn how to count from 10 to 100. So let's try to practice this lesson one more time. Here, I would like you to have a look at these circles and tell me how many circles can you see here. Let's me and you try to count them. So here we have one circle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here we have 10 circles. So this shape is a 10, 1, 10. The number is 10. Now let's see the other number. Here, as you can see, here we have a 10, and here we have another 10. So what do we call the number when we have two of these 10s? We call the number 20. 20. And what do we call it if we have three of these 10s? So here we have 10, and here we have 10, and here we have 10. So what do we call this number? We call this number 30. 30. Now, what if we have 4 of them? If we have 4 of them, then the number would be 40. 40. Let's count it. So here we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. Now let's see the other one. So, what do we call the number if we have 5 of them? We call the number which is 50. 50. So here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And if we have 6 of these 10s, then the number would be 60. 60. And if we have 7 of them, what the number will be? The number will be 70. 70. And if we have 8 of them, then the number here will be 80. And if we have 9 of these 10s, the number will be 90. And finally, if we have 10 of these 10s, what do you think the number will be? Well, the number will be 100. 100. Now let's try to count these 100 so we can know how to count from 10 to 100. So here we go. This is the first 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So here you go. This is what here we have 100 circles, and this is how we can count from 10 to 100. Now let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, we hope that you can be able to differentiate between words with B and P in different sentences. And to do this, I would like you to open your books on page 28. I'd like you please to open your books on page 28. Now the first exercise we have with 28 is that we're going to practice words with B and P. We're going to listen to these words, we're going to point them, and I would like you to say them after me. So let's start first with the word that starts with B, which is the word bear. Bear. Say after me. Bear. Bear. Very good. And the other word that starts with the letter P, which is pear. Pear. Say after me. Pear. So here you go. These we have two words. The first one starts with the letter B, bear, and the second one with letter P, pear. And now we're going to practice more of these words so we can know more differences between them. So as you can see here in this exercise, what you're going to do is that we're going first to listen to the sound. And after we listen to the sound, we're going to put the check mark, and then we're going to write down the letter. And after we write down the letter, we're going to do the last part, which is matching or writing a line to the right picture. So let's try with the first one. So first we're going to listen to a word and we're going to decide whether this word starts with B or P. And after this, we write the letter here and then we match the word with the right picture. So let's practice number one. The first word we have with number one, which is bag. Bag. Number one is bag. So bag starts with letter B. Bag starts with letter B. And after we put the check mark, then here we need to write the letter here in the blank, letter B. And after this, we have one important part that we should do, is to match the word with the picture. So here we go. Here we draw a line like this, and we match the word to the picture. This is bag. This is a bag. Now let's listen to number two. The word with number two is puzzle. Puzzle. So puzzle starts with letter B or P. What do you think? Puzzle. It is, of course, starts with letter P. So here we go. We write the letter, or we put a check mark here, and we write letter P. And then the other part is we match the word to the picture. Now, number three, the word is bed. Bed. And bed starts with letter B. Bed. So here we go, we write down the letter, and after this we do match the word with the picture. This is a bed. This is a bed. Now let's try number four. Number four, the word is puppet. Puppet. Number four is the word is puppet. So puppet starts with letter P, and here we write down the letter in the blank. And after this, we match the word to the picture. This will leave us with the last word, which is ball. Ball. And ball starts with letter B. And here we write down the letter and we match the picture to the word to the picture. We match the word to the picture as we can see here. So here you go. These are the words that starts with either B or P. Now let's practice more of these words. So here in the following exercise, we're going to listen also about words that ends with B or P. For example, words that ends with B, like the word top. Top, as we said, in a bathtub. And also a word that ends with letter P, like the word top. Top. So here we have top, and here we have top. So these are the differences between words ends with B and also words ends with P. So let's make more examples of these letters. The same as we did before, but this time we're not going to start with P or B, but we're going to end with. So let's listen to the first word. The first word we have here is clap. Clap. The first word we have here is clap. So clap starts with letter P, and so here we write P and we match the word to the picture. And number 2, cup, cup. So cup starts with letter P, starts with letter B, and here we match the word to the picture. Now let's listen to number 3, crab, crab. Now crab starts with letter B, and here we write letter B and we match it to the picture. We match the word to the picture. Now number 4, the word is cup, cup. And cup ends with letter P, and here we do match it to the picture. Now the next word we have is rob, rob. And rob ends with letter B, and here we match it to our friend whose name is Rob. So here you go. This is how we answer, and this is how we practice both words that either starts with P or B or ends with B or P. So it is important that we practice these letters. It is important that we know the differences. And how can we know the differences between these two letters? Is by memorizing words. Words like cup and cup. Words like top and top. Words like pear and bear, and so on. So at the end, it is important that you are able to listen. You are able to write words with both the letter B and letter P, not only in writing, but also in memorizing words that these letters starts with. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.